Come on, Mike. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Didn't press the button good enough, I guess. Hopefully this thing has enough gas to get through the day. Anyway, it's Thursday. It's Throwdown Thursday. I love Throwdown Thursdays. It's a day where I get to monkey around with some dealing and do some hard work. But before we do Throwdown Thursday, we'll do our regular kind of, show rhythm, and then we'll jump into that at the end. Again, if you're going to play Crap Seat with me today, we play it at the end now. We don't start throwing, we end throwing. So we're going to start off with our regular sort of show here. And so quick reminder, Craps Chat, it's not about investing in the mic. It's about, here, let me just put that here. It's not about investing in a mic. It's about remembering to turn the freaking thing on. I forget sometimes to turn it on. And sometimes I forget to charge it. Like I'll do a show and this thing should last about 5-6 hours. But I'll forget like on a Wednesday to charge it, and Thursday morning it's out of gas. I'm just an idiot sometimes. Anyway, reminder about Craps Chat on Sunday. So open topics, as far as I know this week. As always, with Craps Chat, with Here's the Deal, with Daily Dose of DI, I'm encouraging you to go to Casino Gaming TV, go to the tab or the menu item that says Community, and in there you'll see a link for our Discord. Join the Discord. When you join our Discord, you have access to all the different discussion channels. There's a channel for each, for Craps Chat, for Coffee Run, for Daily Dose of DI, for Here's the Deal. Put in your thoughts or questions, right? If you think I'm saying something wrong during the DI piece of the show, great, come in there and come at me. If you have questions for DIs, put them in there because the DI guys will come in there and answer your questions, right? Use the Discord to kind of build things up. That's a big part of this whole thing is like, I realize it in the morning, we kind of come together, we all talk and you guys chat and that kind of thing. But really it's the community is all day long with other parts of this stuff, right? So use the Discord as much as you possibly can, and especially to help us out with things to ask on Craps Chat and that kind of stuff. So, all right, and today we're going to do the Throwdown Thursday. As again, every day's got a theme to it. Today's Throwdown Thursday. We're going to do the Red Cross, which I haven't done in a long time, versus the Wager Me This 6, 7, 8. And when I say versus, it's not really this versus that. It kind of is, but really I'm going to run them both at the same time with the same set of rolls, and we'll just get a sense of rhythm, right? Which one of those do you enjoy watching, or would you play better, more, whatever? So I'd like to play the versus days, the Thursdays, with strategies that are kind of the same thing, right? I'm not going to do like a 3-point dolly dark side thing versus a home run hitting right side strategy, because the dice will just declare one side or the other the victor every single time. When they're both kind of similar, it's good to see, okay, this is kind of cool, this is kind of cool, which one works, whatever, with the same dice. So I'm going to do things that are kind of the same. These are both sort of Red Cross or Iron Cross versions. The Red Cross for sure is an Iron Cross version. Wager Me This has similarities to the Iron Cross, but you'll see. You'll see when we play them out. So, all right. The schedule coming up again, the Casino Quest Bridge Seminar Series continues in February the 22nd and March 22nd. I'll be, of course, teaching both of those with David and Alex and Dennis. Casino Tiers will be in Biloxi, March 7th to 9th. Get your hotels now. Get your flights now. I'm sorry, not Biloxi. In Vegas, March 7th to 9th. That's the Vegas one. That's the Bo Parker, 10 Ton, and Ed doing their Saturday and Sunday Center. I don't know if they're sold out. I got to ask Ed today. I'll ask him after the show if they're sold out. Actually, if you happen to be watching us live, maybe you are, drop it in chat if you're sold out. If not, I'll ask you later, and I'll make sure that we switch over there. So let's see what else we have here. Big AZ's Meetup, March 23rd, the day after the second or the third Casino Quest Bridge Seminar. And, of course, the Brownwater Bash is the one that's in Biloxi at in mid-May. That's going to be an interesting one. The May one's interesting for me because my mom, we talked about her yesterday. She's 80, and she's moving from Florida to New Jersey in June. Not sure when in June, but what's going to happen is I'm actually going to be gone for quite a while. I'm going to do the Brownwater Bash, go to Florida, help her pack up and get her stuff together, drive her car from Florida to New Jersey with all her stuff, rent a moving truck and drag her car from Florida to Jersey and fly back from Jersey. With her, actually. We're going to drive her shit to Jersey, move her to my brother's house, fly her back here. This will be like first couple weeks of June. and then she's going to stay with us for about a month, and we're going to all go on that cruise from Alaska to Seattle. So a lot of moving parts that week. We got to figure the schedule out. But I'll be in Biloxi, Florida, Atlantic City, Seattle, Alaska over that May 16th to middle of July period. It's going to be a little bit crazy. So anyway, lots more of that to come. If I can squeeze in an AC trip while I'm doing that, I will be sure to do that. We'll see if we can get the gang together. That'd be awful fun if we could. Skill and Luck says, I need to do the light switch. I will do I have this one. It's one that I haven't played a whole lot, so I got to practice it some. I don't like to go out there and just, run something I haven't played before. So I will do the light switch. Maybe a good thing would be like the light switch versus your unicorn, the moon bow. That might be an interesting thing, right? Because again, they have similar aspects to them. So Lou says AC crew is meeting up the tier multiplier February 18th. Okay, you know what, Lou, do me a favor, send me a text message with that, and I'll add that to here for tomorrow. So yeah, I'll make sure that's on the thing for tomorrow. So I'll forget. So just drop me a quick text message, and I'll add that to our announcement list. Good. All right. Reminder too, as we go through everything we talk about, right? All these shows, no matter what it is, if it's just a fun Friday or whatever, I can't say it enough, these points here, right? Have a goal when you're playing, whether it's financially, I want to earn this X percentage, this dollar amount, or could be the experience you want to have, right? Fun, whatever, time, whatever. Know it going in. Make sure that your bankroll matches that. You have enough bankroll to achieve the goal. That's an important thing. We tend to forget, like, I want to win $1,000, but I've only got 500. Well, you're mismatched, right? Make sure you have all that kind of tied in. Understand your risk appetite. Play at the right place. Play the right game that feeds all that. You have a high appetite for risk. Roulette and craps might be the right game, right? Because there's money everywhere and lots of crazy going on. If your appetite for risk is low, right? Baccarat, right? It's a higher minimum bet in most cases, but the action is slower. And the element of risk is not there as it is with these other games. So think about matching your emotions to what game you want to play, right? Have a strategy or a plan going in. When opportunity comes up and presents itself, identify it and lean into it. Make sure that your opportunity might be to leave, right? When I say lean into opportunity, sometimes people think that means, oh, I'm out of the hand. I can go running to the hills or, running to the moon with my betting. Opportunity might mean I've won some money. I have an opportunity to get the hell out of here. That might be something you lean into as well. So don't forget to, roll that piece into it, right? And you need your brain and your discipline to work all that together. So these are all things, and I say this every day, because it's the kind of thing when you watch me play out my strategies, or when you watch me do the daily paycheck, or you're watching other channels do their thing, and you're playing along in crap seat, or you're imagining your play with that stuff, put these things to the test. Do all this stuff every day. If you don't make yourself a machine, you're going to get chewed up by the machine, right? You're going to lose over long term anyway, but let's not go in there and get chewed up and spit out, right? Play it as smart as you can. I see a note here from Joe. That is exciting, Joe, actually. That's really exciting. The 500th episode of Level Up. Can you imagine, Joe? I mean, seriously. I don't know. A lot of you guys, I think, have been here with Joe since the beginning. And we can talk about Joe for a minute because Joe's a great guy. Joe started at 0. And I don't mean 0 subscribers. We all did. He started at 0 knowledge, right? Remember when Joe built the craps table? And Joe will be the first one to tell you that. He built the craps table. And he built it to kind of learn craps, right? And your first bunch of shows you were doing, Joe, were like, okay, let's try this strategy. He did like a little tournament kind of thing. And he was playing strategies live with you guys as a way to kind of learn the flow of the game and all that sort of stuff, right? And his table build was what kind of got him on the map, but really he took that table build and began this journey of being a craps master. Along the way, I'm not sure, Joe, maybe in chat you can say this. Along the way, he's like, hey, I want to learn how to throw these freaking dice. And he devised a way to learn it, okay? Not a way to teach it, which I think is the best part of Joe's channel is this. He didn't come here on YouTube to say, here's how you grip, throw, toss, release, land, and track your dice. I'm an expert. He didn't do that. He didn't come out and say, I'm an expert. Here's how it works. He came out and said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've watched the experts. I've read the books. I'm going to teach myself live. And he did it. Taught himself live, devised a way to teach himself and practice the black belt system, right? His white, I forget the order, white, yellow, brown, whatever, the way the belts go. And it was all about, learning how to grip, okay, learning how to read, learning how to all the different things he did. Now he's at 500 episodes. That's over a year. Well, it's a year and a half probably, right, of live shows Monday through Friday, perfecting, right, his toss the way he wanted to do it, the way he wanted to teach himself. And if you watch all of that, he's now become a teacher of how to learn something very difficult, right? That's really cool shit. So everybody needs to tune in tomorrow to Joe's show. That's really awesome. We all got to get to Joe's show tomorrow and let's have like 100 people in that live tomorrow. I'll tell everybody. I'm going to go to Casino Quest today and tell those folks, let's pile in. And Joe, hope you got something. Now I've pumped it up, dude. Now I got, you better have something special planned tomorrow, right? But I'll get Casino Quest folks over. I'm going to be, I think, talking with them on David's live today. I think we'll see. Anyway, I'll get that group over there. Let's get them 100 people live. Let's get 100 lives, 100 people in the live to watch. That'd be really, really awesome, right? Yeah, 100 weeks of episodes. Crazy, man. Really awesome. All right. Daily Dose of DI. Now, Joe is here. Good. We can talk about this stuff. And maybe I'll get, when I have Ed and those guys on, we'll talk more about this. I'm going to set this up for next week. So the SRR, the SOR, the BSR, the SWR. These are some of the key metrics that when you're practicing dice influence, that you measure your success with, or you measure your playing with, whatever. They all have different meanings to different people, and I want to really talk about each one of them independently. I may not do them all next week, and they each deserve a day. They each kind of deserve a person to talk about, honestly, because some people really lean into one or more of these things. I certainly do. And today I'll work through definitions, and maybe, like I said, next week after, we'll get people on here that really care about each one of them and ask why they care. For example, the SRR, it stands for the sevens to rolls ratio. And that literally is what you think it is. It's how many sevens you're rolling on average per roll, right? Or how often are your sevens coming? In a perfect 36, as we all know, there are 6 ways to roll a 7, right? So over the course of 1,000,000 rolls, when all randomness comes together, you should have about an SRR of 6, right? SRR should always be 6. For a random shooter, for a computer simulation, millions of rolls, random SRR will be 6. A dice influencer, over the same 1,000,000 rolls, should have an SRR of greater than 6, right? If you're doing dice control or dice influence and you get good at it and you're using your sets correctly, the idea is you hold off to 7, right? I hide the 7 for a while so I can roll longer. SRR. So if my SRR is 10% better at 6.6, it's actually a pretty big difference, believe it or not. But I like using round numbers. If my SRR is 7, what that means is you've got 1 fewer 7 out of 36 rolls, which doesn't sound like a lot, right? Okay, 1 less roll is a 7. That means I get 1 more 8 or 1 more 5 or 1 more 12 or whatever the number, wherever that goes to, it goes somewhere, right? We also know that in every 36 rolls, you never get the perfect 36. You're always having something extra somewhere anyway. That's normal variance. So the SRR being a little higher ensures that your variance includes 1 less 7. Your variant includes 1 less 7. That's a good measurement. If you can maintain that over the course of time, that's saying something. I've done a report in WinCraps. I can take any strategy you want on the right side, and I can say we're going to simulate an SRR of 7, which means 1 less 7 per 36 rolls. I can put any strategy in there, and they almost never lose. Literally, 3-point Molly goes to millions of dollars, right? The Dallas Drawdown, these things never lose. When you take 1 7 away, it's a little thing, enormous impact when you look at it in the grand scheme of things. It's also the fuel to the fire of why a lot of math guys don't believe that DI exists. Because if people did have a consistent SRR of 7, they would never lose. That's kind of the the twist the knife kind of thing there. But it's interesting. Okay, again, we'll talk to people coming up here who really think that's the right metric to track, and the rest of them are all bullshit, right? Some people, and this one is widely seen as BS, is the SOR, the 7 out ratio. I don't know who invented this one, but it's a metric that is used, and it sort of inflates your success rate. 7 out ratio really just means how long is your roll from the time you get the dice till the time you 7 out. So that's your average length of time with the dice. Okay. Now we know from looking at Wizard of Odds, the average shooter is what? Everybody say it in chat. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. Say in chat, what is the expected length of a shooter according to the Wizard of Odds, the math wizard? Somebody say it. I'm gonna wait. Old number 7. I love this quote. The perfect 36 rolls is like a million monkeys type in a chapter of the Shakespeare. Enough tries, they'll get it done exactly. Except for it'll never happen. I was talking to JB, Myopia Movie. He's a mathematician, and he laid it on me because I didn't know this. There's a formula that you can run to figure this actual thing out. And he's like, dude, it'll never happen. It's like 1 out of 600 trillion times that you'll actually get a perfect 36 rolls. There's a video that Neil deGrasse Tyson put out a while back on the same lines, which is insanity, right? So you can take a deck of cards out of the deck and shuffle them one time, and whatever that set of 52 cards is, okay, you will never ever be able to shuffle the cards again to be that same shuffle, that same exact level of card. He's like, there's more grains of sand on the planet than there are chances to shuffle the cards that exact same way. You can shuffle them till the end of time. You'll never. I don't know the formula and how that shit works, but it's fascinating. Anyway, the average number is Skill wants the 9s to rolls ratio. That's pretty funny. The average actually is 8.5. The average is 8.5, according to the wizard. 8.5 is the average number of rolls per shooter, which of course includes come outs, right? You got a come out craps number, you got a point being set, you got a point being hit, another come out roll, whatever. The average is 8.5. That's the average. Therefore, an SOR that's a good one, that's better than average, better than random, should be higher than 8.5. So when you're looking at your numbers, that's the kind of thing you're looking at. How am I beating the 7 by more than I should? Are my rolls longer than we expect them to be? Right? Better than 6, better 8.5. The one that I like is this BSR. This one actually, to me, if you're a right side player, is the only one of these things. Well, maybe the second one, the fourth one, that's tied to dollars. Okay. BSR is box numbers to 7s ratio. Okay. What that means is it's a tracking of the number of box numbers you throw while the puck is on. Right, while the 7 is out of play. It does not include anything on the come out, including setting the point. So all the come outs are thrown away. All that it count and all the horn numbers that you throw mid-roll are thrown away. The SOR includes horn numbers, right? So you can set a point and go 2, 11, 12, 4, 3, 12, 7, and your SOR is like 7. You had one number in there, right? The BSR for that person would have been 1. That 4 in the middle is your 1. That's your BSR, your box number to 7 ratio. How many box numbers do I throw before I 7 out that I can collect money on? That's, to me, if I'm a right side player, that's the one I want. I want that to be better than average, okay? Average on that one is 4. I think it's like 3.75 or something, but it's just about 4. So if your BSR, your box numbers to 7s ratio, is more than 4, you're killing it, right? Gargoyle talks about how he plays. He does 640 across for 4 hits, right? His BSR consistently must be a 4. If he's doing that, he must know he's averaging 4, right? He's like, hey, I want to get to 5. I want to make sure my BSR is 5. That way, for sure, the 4 I'm good on, and I have an option. Right? He's really getting into that level of it. The BSR, box number 7 ratio, is I think the most important metric. If you're seeing more than 4, you're making money. That's actually a financial transaction. That stat, I love that one, right? The last one, SWR, is Tony Leo's. It's sevens to wins ratio, okay? And what he does on this one, which is, again, interesting way to think about it, he's counting wins, doesn't care about the 7 as much. He does a lot of hopping, so he has the 7 covered in his hop sometimes. So he's not worried about the 7 as the number that a lot of people think it is. But what he might do is at one time have a hop 3-1. He might have the 4 as a place bet. He may have the 4 as a hardway bet on the all-day hardway, and he may have the field going, right? He may have bets depending on what he's doing. And the 4 rolls, he's getting 4 wins. He's getting the win on the hop, the hardway, the place bet, and the field. It's 4 wins for 1 roll. He's looking to stack up multiple wins at the same time, wherever he can, right? So he calls it the power of multiple wins. But the metric that we use on that one is sevens to wins ratio. I don't have a way to calculate that, right? Because there's no math to it, right? There's no way to put numbers behind that because it depends on your bets, obviously, right? But that's what his way of thinking is. He's like, I don't really care about the other stuff. It's where is my money when the 7 comes or before the 7 comes, and how many times can I collect? Today I'll be doing the red cross. And as you'll see when I play the red cross, we'll get a couple of doubles in there. We'll get a couple of times where I get a field hit and the 9. I'll start moving the field to the box and we'll start getting double payments. That's a multiple win thing. I may pick up some hard ways along the way. I may have the 10, the field, and a hard 10 all at the same time today. And if we catch one, you're getting paid everywhere, right? That compounds a lot of loss from earlier and extends sessions sometimes. So that's an interesting way too. So those are, again, some of the stats that people use. And again, everybody's got the one that they look at as the one that matters, right? The one that matters. And I think even the guys who are all in on the math will look at SRR as saying, yeah, that's one that if you actually were able to move the needle mathematically, we can prove that you almost never lose. So anyway, those are the things. I'm going to try and get some people on here, like I said, to talk to about these things and really dig into why they lean in on one or multiple of those and how they calculate it, how they view their sessions through all that. So, all right. Yeah, there, old number 7. The 52 card shuffle thing is 17 followed by 90 zeros. It's like you'll never ever freaking get there. It's crazy, right? And again, I nerd out and shit like this. Like I know that I'm kind of like this weird dude that like I'm all in on the math, I'm all in on the physics, I love the sciencey stuff, right? But at the same time, I have faith, right, that DI is possible, which I know is orthogonal to most of that stuff. But I can watch Neil deGrasse Tyson and these physics people forever and just salivate, nerd out on the crazy shit they figure out. It's awesome. All right. Somebody asked in chat earlier about Here's the Deal. Tomorrow, I'll pose the question for Here's the Deal. I have not yet seen a YouTuber, by the way, come back with an answer to Here's the Deal. I'm hoping that Joe and Jeff and all the guys will pick it up and do their short videos answering the question. So I'm going to start emailing people saying, please help us out here because I want that thing to become a thing. Okay. Let's get to it. It's 7:39, it looks like. I'm just going to go play. I have nothing else to say. I'm going to go play for a little bit now. We'll come back today and finish up with Q&A final thoughts. So if you want to just talk, if you want to make fun of me while I'm throwing, please do that as well. I'm going to play 2 shooters today. I'm going to go from the right side or stick left 1, shoot the flea flicker today. I haven't done that in a long time, so bear with me. And I'll deal from the other side of the table. So things might be a little bit awkward and herky-jerky with the data entry, but here we go. Let's get the light turned on. Let's get the table switched over. And let's see, there, we're going to go here, and we're going to go to the table view. Actually, I'll go to the box view. Let's lean into here. You care about the whole thing? No, I'll do the box view. But it'll just be, you won't see me shooting really. I'm going to be on this side over here, so you won't see, I don't think you'll catch the releases and stuff, but, all right, here we go. Give me a minute to move things around. I got to switch sides. Got to bring that coffee with me too. I got to bring my dice with me. Get the mouse off the table. Boy, there's a whole lot of stuff going on here. Let's see. And I will be doing Crapsy, so I'm going to turn the Crapsy bot on here. Let's see. Get the table started. It always has to kind of warm itself up. Reconnect to the Crapsy servers. We'll reconnect to the roll tracker. when we're all done, I'm going to show you my BSRs and all that stuff. I think it'll be kind of fun to see how I actually am doing on these metrics as we go through it. All right, let's get the crap seat going. And while that's happening, I'm going to bring some purple chips over. Oh, I have enough, actually. All right, here we go. Let's do $5,000 each. So there's $2,500 here. For player 1, that'll be the Red Cross player. 1, 2, 3. Oh, missing a chip. And we'll do 5,000 for the Wager Me This guy. We'll put him in the back row. I'll do Red Cross in the front. We'll do Wager Me This in the back. And I will make some adjustments to how I am tuning the 6, 7, 8 today. So here we go. Get your bets in. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a, I know, delayed while people are getting themselves joined in, but here we go. Tom Marcus' BSR. I think it's the best metric to determine if you have an advantage. I think the BSR is the only one that makes any sense to me. But the other one is more of a, how am I doing? The SRR is good to see kind of how am I doing with regards to, holding the 7 off. But the other ones I think are more, like I said, they're more tactical. What do we have here? We have, I can't use those dice. Those are my special Desert Inn dice. I can't play with those. But I'll show them to you though. These are the, I thought they felt funny. Those are red dice from the Desert Inn. Do you see those things? This table, you may or may not know this. Oh, I should probably tell you this. My table came from the Desert Inn in Las Vegas, right? This table was the Desert Inn folded when Wynn took it over. A casino here in Seattle actually bought the table from the Desert Inn when they liquidated everything. And a player in that casino closed, and some guy in Olympia, Washington bought it. I bought it from him. So this table's been through the Desert Inn, the Red Cedars Casino, this guy in Olympia, and now me. I was showing David from Casino Quest the felt from this table, the original felt from this table that I still have. And he's like, dude, that felt is like from the 70s, like late 70s, early 80s. That's how long the felt is. Anyway, I can't use those dice. So we're going to pick different ones. Let's do the Diamond Joes. Here we go. Coming out. I reset Crapsy because there's some people joined in. So there we go. Alrighty. We're going to set the ones. We're going to hope for the best. Red Cross is going to be at $100 on the don't. So there's his $500. 100 on the don't for him. Jacob in the back is going to be 500 on the don't. They're going to play side by side. One guy's got 100, one guy's got 500, and you can see both bets. The reason for that is Jacob is 10% of his bankroll. The Red Cross is 4 units, 4 $25 units. Here we go, coming out. Bam. That is a 5, a 4-1. Alrighty, we have a point finally. 4-1. Johnny, stop talking. 4-1. I'll slide that in. Let's get the puck on. Now, for the betting, Red Cross is simple. The Red Cross bets are easy. It's always $500 to get, or roughly. Here, it's going to be 5 $25 units, which means 125 on the 5, 150 on the 6, 150 on the 8. So 5 $30 units is how that works. The field is $75. Okay. In this particular case, with the 5 being the point, I'm not going to play the 5. We'll pull that one bet back, but that's the Red Cross. Every field hit comes up in here. Okay. Jacob at $500 on a point is going to play, when the point is 5, a modified Iron Cross. I'm going to put his bets in the back. Up to $500. We won't do the full 500. We're going to leave the 7 with some juice on it. Okay, so there's the 500. And for him, what we'll do is something like, I'll do like 180, 6 and 8. So I'll take these two, like this, 180, 6 and 8, with 20 change, okay? And I'll take this $100 and we'll put 50 of it in the field for Jacob. So he'll take back some money. He's got not everything in play. He's also gonna take his next bet and put it aside, and everything that comes off this table is gonna build up that next bet. I'll put his profit over here. We're gonna build up the next bet, and that's him. Here we go. Let's have a nice little run here. If I start PSOing all over the place, it's going to suck. The Red Cross also does the deal where we switch sides. It's a Baccarat line. So we win or lose in that line. We parlay the wins, and we change sides on the losses and ladder up. Here we go. That is a 2-1-3. 2, 1, 3. Let's get it typed in. 2, 1. Move them up. There's the 2, there's the 1. Alrighty, so that pays both guys, right? 75 for the Red Cross, $50 for Wager Me This for the 6, 7, 8. The $50 for 6, 7, 8 is easy. Okay, we're gonna put $25 on our next bet. We're gonna put $25 in that excess profit stack. We're just gonna split it in half for a little while, then we'll start spreading it out some. Every time we do that, that bet gets better. Okay, now on the Red Cross, it's easier. You take your 3 units and you go 1, 2, 3. You spread out to the box. Now every box hit pays twice, right? This is that sevens to wins ratio idea. So that's it. We feed the box from the field, basically, and the box number in the Red Cross always gets collected. Once in a while we may press, but really it's all about collect same bet the whole time. The theory of the Red Cross is same betting forever until that happens. 5-2. 5-2. So really quick roll here, which is what it is, right? The Red Cross is easy. We're going to lose all of it, obviously, right? But it's going to be actually up when all said and done because we had less money out here. Actually, no, it'll lose because we had 500 up here and only $100 in the don't. It pays the don't. The Wager Me This system also loses, but check it out. He gets paid 500 on the don't. Huge advantage, right? The Red Cross will parlay the win, right? Jacob stays at the same bet, but his next bet is 5 1/4. Okay, so his next bet is 525 is how that works. So he same bets the win, goes out a tiny bit higher, hopefully again building up that next shot to be a little better than a freaking one-hit wonder. Here we go. New shooter. Let's catch me a point here. Let's catch Johnny a point. Haven't thrown from the stick right one in forever. My goodness gracious, this feels like I'm in foreign territory or something. Here we go. Can you see the hand? I guess my hand has to be way out here for you to see it, right? Yeah. Sorry about that. The camera, actually I can turn it a little bit. If you want to see it, you can do this. Yeah, there you go. Watch the grip and release that way. That's going to be a hard 6, 33, hard 6. Oh my goodness. Come on, puck. There you go. Let's type that in. Type that in. All right. Get them all set up. So it's all the same setup, really. Jacob is going to take $500. We'll do probably the same thing, really. Let's get him 50 in the field. Let's get him 150 on the 8. We might even do 210 on the 8, actually. And I'll do 100. We'll put him back here, actually. 5. Let's do 150 on the 5. We'll do 210 on the 8. That'll be $360 plus 50. So it's going to be 410. And he's got 525 out there. So this 5 is going to give him $90 and change. And again, not 100% hedged against the 7, but largely covering it. All right. The Iron Cross leveled up here, not here. So again, he's going to come back out with 500. And we'll get that set up. Let's be, again, it'll be 125 here and 150 there, 75 in the field. Some juice coming back. Again, he's not fully out there because we're hitting inside points. All right. Let's go. It takes a long time to deal and talk through what I'm doing and also put the numbers in. So I apologize if I'm slow, but it is what it is. Here we go. Coming out. Let's have something better than a you-know-what here. That is a 10 odd. 5, 5. Good for both guys. Sweet. All right, 6, 7, 8 gets paid $50. And again, we're going to put 50 on the next bet, 50 in the save it for later stack. Red Cross gets paid 75, and we just spread to the box. Nice and simple. All right. I'll give you guys a minute to get your bets in. I didn't type it in first, so here we go. Not a bad looking toss. That's an 8-5-3. Type it in first, and then I'll talk. How about that? 5-3. Sweet. So both the field bets lose. The red cross, what I love about the red cross is that the 8 pays 175, or as does the 5. So we lost 75. This goes right back in, and you rack a black. That's a beautiful thing. The other side of that, he's got 210 on it. Remember, his bets are bigger, right? Right, 210. He's going to get paid 245 on that one, which is great, right? Again, you got big bets up here because you got a big bet down here. Now, what Jacob can do with this thing is again, we'll take 100 for the next bet, okay? We'll put 100 into the save it for later stack, and I'll take a nickel out of here to put the field bet back. Right, so we just increased our next don't pass bet is going to be 5-6-25. Yeah, you'll see the power of this leverage we use here on this system. These bets will get bigger too over time. Maybe the next hit we get, I might get some other numbers with him or press into the inside. So here we go. The 6-7-8 that we play this way, it's all about leverage. It's all about taking them wins and making them really valuable. The red cross needs a longer run, right, to overcome the offset because the don't pass is smaller than the rest of the bets are. So there's a weirdness in there. And we had a 4-2-6 that time. So 4-2. So here you'll see a little bit of a change on the red cross. Interesting. So that's the point. Field bets both fall, and the don't passes both fall. Now, the red cross player had $200 on the don't. What he does, he switches sides. The Baccarat system, he switches sides, goes to the pass line, and levels up. Okay, that means it's a $300 don't. We go up by a level. So $300 on the pass line for him. He switches sides and does a level up. We're going to parlay that win if we can get it done. Jacob comes out now with the bigger don't. 5-6-25 on the don't. I'm going to take his other bets away. We're going to reset those in a minute. But for now, pull them back. We'll get them reset. Here we go. Coming out. New shooter, new point. I like this because they're both kind of iron crossy, but they're both going in different directions now, right? Once you have a weird result, they both go in other places, which I think is super fun. And again, one of these you may go, I'm never doing that. One of these you might say, I'm always doing that. Right, here we go. Coming out. The red cross wants a come out 7. The other guy most certainly does not. Right, here we go. The flea flicker gets us a 7, a 6-1. So that sucks for Jacob. Sorry, man. That big don't goes away. That sucks. That really sucks. I really wanted this one here to get bigger bets out there. And really do something fun, but we're not going to get there. We're going to lose the don't, which not great. He goes back out with another $500 don't. So he's back to his base size bet. Down here, though, the red cross, right? Pass line stacks. That's $600 on the pass line now. So he has to hit that parlayed win. That'll catch him back up pretty quick. Red cross sometimes, I think, wins because that Baccarat piece kind of drives things, right? The box numbers are there to sort of collect on rhythm. You're making your money on the big pass line switches. That's where that thing really comes into play. So, all right, here we go. Let's go. This thing is not accepting my bets. Come on, roll tracker. 6-1. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. That was a good looking throw. It is a 10-6-4. That's great for this bet. That sucks for that bet. We don't want to have a 10 when you're parlayed up on the don't or on the right side. That's not optimal. But here's what it is. Now, this is cool because the point's going to be 10. What Jacob does now is not an iron cross. Okay, his bets. Actually, this is the red cross bet. The red cross now is going to add the 6 back in. We're going to put the 6 back up there. There's his nickel. There's 500 there. He's going to put the 6 back in like he should be. So his iron cross really is 5, 6, 8, and this $75 field. He's really playing this, right? These are excess bets from before, but his blacks come back. Jacob at $500 now is going to play in a cross system, right? We're not going to go 500 across. We'll do something a little different than that. We'll probably do something like 330 inside. So I'll do 325, 330 inside, which is going to be 75, 75, right? 3 units per bet, basically. There's 330, and he's got $500 to play with, right? 330, and I'll take the 4 for $50. So 380 with $500 on the don't. So the 7 wins him money. Everything else here is going to be kind of a scoop and score. We'll put his nickel for the next bet, and hopefully all Johnny can roll some numbers here and get these 2 guys to scoop a little bit. We haven't done any real scoop and score really at all, right? Here we go. Here we go. I'd love to see a 10 for our pass line player, but boy, that would suck for Jacob, wouldn't it? Here we go. Oh, I didn't put his oh, there's no field. When he's playing across, there's no field. That is a 4-1-5. 4-1-5. That's good for both guys. You'll notice that the 6-7-8 player does not go into the field when he's across, which is interesting. It's a 4-1. There's that. So, iron cross loses the field, but gets paid $175. It just goes back out to the field, rack the black. That's how that works. Okay. The other player here is 5 pays $105. I'll probably take that as green chips because we're going to split it. So we'll do $105. We'll put 50 on the next bet, and we'll keep the 55 for later. It's our later pile. Next bet goes to, I'll try and spread it out so you can see it. Alrighty. Get your bets in. And here we go. Ooh, those dice kissed. What do we have? We have, oh man, another short roll. I cannot get out of my own way down here. 7. Ugh, I can't seem to get past 3 or 4 rolls today. I guess it's, whatever. Shooting from this other side's weird for me, but 6-1. That's 3 shooters in a row that have been garbage. I think we're going to get a good one here coming up, though. All right, so that means all the bets go away. I think we're getting killed in the red cross. The red cross is getting absolutely destroyed today. Not good so far, right? But watch it come back. These all go bye-bye. The 6-7-8 player is going to make money here, right? He's going to make money because, again, we were out there 330 plus 50, 380. He wins 500, right? That comes back to his rack, and his next bet is a little bigger. His next bet's 550. Not much bigger, but a little bigger. Here we just flat lose. Now, we switch sides. You lose on a point, you switch sides. So he's going to have to go $400 on the don't. Remember, we're at level 3. So $400 to the don't. And praying for a miracle here. Praying for a miracle. Let's go. Man alive. I'm going to switch my dice set. Try something different. Let's just see if dice setting works, huh? This is the flea flicker. Flea flicker is the dice being stacked like you see here. And when I throw them, I literally flick my fingers and they spin really fast horizontally, like a frisbee hitting the ground. Here we go. Boy, it's been a long time since I throw them from the right side, though. It's very, very weird. You see how those things kind of skip in and stop? 4-1-5, that's what you're looking for. 4-1, all right, there's a point. I'm going to type that into crap so you guys get your bets in. 4-1. 4-1. Okie doke. Let's get our bets out there. So, red cross is easy. It'll be not the whole 500. It's going to be 150 and 150, 375. So he gets 1 1/4 change for his 500 bucks. Okay, that's the red cross. Again, iron cross, but without the 5. Jacob again has 550, and we're on a inside number, which means we're playing the iron cross. When you're here in the point, you're playing the iron cross. So again, with 550, we'll probably go again 180, 180, and 50 is what I'll probably do there. So we'll take 500 bucks out. I'll do 180, 180, and 50 for him. That is 360, 410. With 500 here, we'll take 90 bucks and change. Back to his rack. Like so. And his next bet's out. We'll build the next bet up. That's it for him. Okay. Again, 180, 180, 360, 410. He's got 550 out there. So a 7 for him wins him 100 bucks. Right. We're leaving some juice out there for the 7 every single time on that one. The other one is upside down. He needs the 7 out here and a parlayed win after that to make it happen. Eesh. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. What is with these rolls today? Ugly, ugly, ugly. PS freaking O, 4, 3. I cannot get out of my own way. It's just so frustrating sometimes. Right? 4 straight shit shooters. All this goes away. Man alive. Casinos are loving Johnny right now. All that goes away. Woo, baby. All right. The red cross, though, is going to make 400 bucks and stack it. We got to parlay the wins. We get a win parlay all the way back down to 0, right? Down here, 550, right? He won money. Now, the next don't pass bet is only 500. We got 0 wins, so he's actually a regression on this one. He goes back to base, interestingly enough, because there are no wins came back. Come on, John, let's get more than 1. I'm going to play until I get at least 3 hits on the same shooter. I'm going to try. Good Lord. All right. Whew, here we go, coming out. How about a little come out aces for both these guys, huh? What do you think? Can we do a come out aces for these guys? We got an 8. It looks like a 5-3. Not quite what I was hoping for. Another inside point. That sucks. Man, I hate getting the inside points when I'm playing the don'ts. All right, here we go. 5, 3, 8. Let's get the iron cross out here first. 500 bucks. And again, play the 6 and the 5, so it'll be 150 on the 6, 125 on the 5, 75 in the field. Okay, that's 1, 2, 75, 350. He gets $150 and change. He's not quite all the way out there, which is probably a good thing. His don't pass is enormous, which is potentially a good thing, the way I'm throwing today. Wager me this, 6, 7, 8, 500 bucks on the don't. Again, we'll go 150, 180, and 50. Keep it nice and simple. So 150, 180, 50. 150, 180, and 50. Okay, that's 200. 375, 380 in working action, right? He's at 120 change. So the 7 is worth 120 bucks to him. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Get a freaking roll here, dude. Get a freaking roll. I know we can do it. I just know we can do this. Let's go. Let's go, Johnny. Let's go, Johnny. Oh my God, that die bounced all the way down the table. Do you see that? It's all the way up here. It's a 3, and it's a 5. And look at that. Both don't players get picked. This one here was all the way up. Oh my God. How sad is that? That's terrible. Just awful. Okay, so we picked the don't. Sucks. Here we come. We got no build up for the next bet from Jacob. This guy here has to switch sides and ladder. He's going to be at level 5 in the ladder. Good Lord. Talk about strategy destruction. This is the day. This is the day. 4-3. That was horrible. Oh my God, that was so horrible. Has every shooter today been like that? Look at these numbers here. We've got, let's see, we had, yeah, look at that. 3 in a row PSOs. 5-7, 5-7, 8-7. 3 in a row PSOs. The one before that had a couple of rolls in it. Golly. Let's get it done here, dude. Let's get it done. Gotta find me a number. Gotta find me a roll. It's gonna get me some numbers. All right, the field bets are off, by the way. They should have lost. I'll put them back out after the next point. Here we go. Let's catch a point. We got a 4, 3 and a 1. 3 and a 1. Okay. 3-1. Make sure Crapsy has the number in it. Everybody left Craps because I broke them all. Like half our Craps players left. All right, 3-1-4 is the point. Good for him. Not so great for him. The Iron Cross, though, goes back to normal, right? It's going to be 150 and 75 for the Red Cross. No difference. Over here, we're on a point of 4 with $500, so we'll do the same thing as last time. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, $330. We'll do 330 inside. $330 in. Come on there, Johnny. And $50 out here on the 10. So that's 330, 330, 380, 120 change. I don't think I put his money out there yet. So he has 120 coming back in change. There's his nickel. All right, both players are in. Come on, dude. Let's get anything but a you-know-what here. I'll just take one hit. I'll take one of anything. One hit of any kind. Man. Here we go. We got a fucking 7. Are you kidding me? All right, I need to take my medicine here. 7. Wow. 6, 1, 6. This will be the last shooter coming up. I can't do this anymore. I can't do it in good faith anymore. Jeez. 6, 1. I can't believe how awful today is. 4 straight 0.7 ounce. 4 straight. Direct PSOs. Unreal. Okay. So we get paid on the don't. Take the line. So that player is getting absolutely murdered. Last one right here. We're going $600 on the don't. Level 6. Can you believe that? Down here. Let's go. Last shooter. Rail dump. Everybody rail dump right now. Here we go. Man. Brutal. Brutality. Talk about your SRR dropping. Today's the day where the SRR goes into the tank. I might have been good. Not today. 527. You know what? Of course it's a 527. Of course it is. Look at all the purples, by the way. The bank has all those purples. That's all out of our racks. That's how much of an ass kicking today has been. Every purple is in the thing. Oh my gosh. All right, we're still out here at $600 for Waylon, or for the 6 or the Red Cross. Good Lord. 400 change. $600 on the don't. Jacob, $500 on the don't. Just getting murdered. This is a crime scene. Whew. Vegas State Run, walk away. This is absolutely like a walk away situation here, right? Let's go. Put that 5-2. All right. Come on, man. That is another 10, 6-4. Whew, man, I can't believe 5 in a row or 4 in a row PSOs. Look at that. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 in a row PSOs plus a come out 7. Yikes. Only 4 players left in craps. I bankrupted everybody today. The 7 is a giant middle finger in there. Pretty funny. Stay tuned, though. We're going to recap all this when I'm done. All right, Red Cross is very simple. He's got his last $500, really. He's going to come 5, 6, and 8. Well, wrong levels there. 5, 6, and 8 for 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. In the field, that's $400, right? That's 300, 400. I'm sorry, 500. That's his 500. He's out. Jacob going to go across again for $500. It's really kind of all he's got. So we'll do the same thing we've been doing. I'll take his greens and we'll go 330. 1, 2, 3, 4, with $50 down there. All right, 330 in, 50 on the 4. That's it. Last shooter. We play till the 7, and we're done. Pray for me. This has got to be the one, right? This has to be the shooter that makes money. Has to be the one right here. Hope, holding out hope against hope here, right? We got a 5. We got a 5. Look at that. Money's coming to the racks. Can you believe it? Money is coming to the rack. I can't believe we're getting money in the rack. It's the first time I brought money from the table to the rack in forever. 3, 2, 5. Thank goodness. All right. Iron Cross. 125 pays 175. We're going to lose 75. So basically the 75 goes back. We take a black to the rack. He's only got $400 in the rack. Oh my God. All right. This guy here with 75 gets paid 105. Okay. Normally we'd say that goes to the next bet. We're not doing another shooter. I'm just going to collect it. We're going to do some collections over here with the Jacob player. Just collect. We're not going to play another shooter. So we're just going to take it to the rack. Take it to the rack. Did I put the 5 in? I did. Okay, here we go. I feel good about that. I got money in the rack. Man. 426. The lumber. 4-2. Again, money in the rack. Look at us. Look at us go. We're salvaging it. We're going to salvage it. Again, pays 175, loses 75, net is 100 to the rack. Here, again, it's 105. That's 2 hits. I'm going to collect until that don't's covered, and then we're going to go. At least the 6, 7, 8's not getting completely destroyed. Come out loser is really hurting, but yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it here. Just need about 15 more rolls that are non-7s to make it. There's an 8. We have the perfect point. We got a point of 10, which means it'll take me a hot minute to get there. We should have some time to make some dough. Again, the 8 is a net of 100 here. Lose 75, win 175, net of $100. We'll take that to the rack. Here, the 8 pays $105. That's our third $100 win with a $500 don't. All right, here we go. Here we go indeed. That is a 4, 3, and a 1. Good, that's a field winner. So first of all, this player here gets paid 100 for $2. So there's his VIG. That's his fourth $100 win. The next win means the don't pass is a free ball, and then we just kind of roll it on through. Here, 75 on the don't. We're going to pick up the 9 and the 4 for 50. Let's actually no. We're going to take the 4 for 50 and the hard 4 for 25. We're going to do it like that. We're going to leave the 9 naked. Next time I'll grab the 9. We're going to try and catch 3 4s, a 3 win on the 4. So let's get that typed in for everyone. A little bit of compound win if I can get her done here. Here we go. Come on, dice. Do your thing, dice. 4, or I thought it was a 4. I thought it was a 4. Would have been cool, right? It's a 3. So the field wins for the iron cross guy. I'll put all 75 on the 9. Okay, now the 9, the 4 are bonuses, right? Matter of fact, I'm going to take $25 also, hard 10. Let's cover the 10 a little bit. And I may even put another quarter over there later on, just to really cover it. All right, it was 2-1. Here we go. Here we go. 5 and a 5. 6, 2, 8. That's good. 6, 2. Waiting for Crapsy to catch up with itself here. 6, 2. All right, and that 8 is not really a thing. Okay. So again, for the Red Cross, it's a $100 winner. We just always collect. The box always gets straight up same bet, collect all day long. Down here, it's $105. This is our last one. I'm sorry, I'll do a black chip. This is 5 hits of black level, which means these bets are paid for, as is that bet. No matter what happens here, this player walks away with $500 off the shooter. We catch a 7, we lose 5, we win 5. We already got 5. He's in great shape. This player here needs help still. Needs help. Did I pay him? I did. I put his money in the rack. I did pay him. We need a field win to catch some more juice. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God, they hit. Look at that mess. Look at that mess. It's a 4-2. I'll type it in first and I'll show you the dice. Trust me. 4-2. They hit like really, really hard. There's the 2, and here's the 4. That's a 6. God, that was gross. All right. Again, 105 for the player in the back, and $100 for the Iron Cross guy. Red Cross takes a black. This player here with 105. Let's take that as greens, and we'll take the one that hit, which was the 6. We'll press it by 1 unit. I'll press something else by a unit. Let's make the 4 look like 75, and take $50 back into the rack. So we'll collect some, press some over there. I'll make that a black.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
That was my Alexa. All right. Here we go. A little easier maybe on the throw this time, Johnny. What's happening is they're kissing in the very front. The front edges are touching, and they're just going cattywampus into the wall. There's your 7 out. 5. That'll kill the roll. 5-2-7. We'll add out their money here and see just how bad the ass kicking was today. 5-2. All right. Everything, of course, in the box in the field goes down in flames. Both don'ts get paid though, right? One guy gets paid 600, other guy gets paid 500. Let's bring their money back and see how we did. I assume it's not very good. Wager me this. This is the 6, 7, 8. Normally a pretty safe play. Okay, bottom for 5,000. 1, 2, 2,000, 3,000. And again, today was a torturous session, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3,500. 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 425. Let's get that looking like a black. Let's get this looking like a black. All right, so he comes out of there with 35, 39, 45. As horrible as that session was, okay, ends up losing only $1,000. I say only 1,000. It's a lot of money, right? But as bad as the throws were, that kept us in the game most of the time. The difference here is that big come out loser that we had, right? I think we had 2 come out losers. That's really the difference here, is not recovering the come out losers. That's where he ends up losing his money, which is interesting. The other player just got destroyed, right? We flipped sides on the don't, and we never, ever, ever caught the parlay. If you catch a parlay at any point in time, you're feeling okay about yourself, right? There's 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $1,000 in purples. He walks out of here with $2,100, right? Which is awful. Now, let's play it out with me, right? Let's say that we on that last hit, what if we had parlayed the win, right? Which would look like this. Parlayed the win, and let's say the win comes in. Let's say that parlay would have hit, which is the idea behind the strategy, right? If that happens, look at how fast we come back to life, right? You're at 1,000, 2,000, 3,400 bucks. You're right back in it after a parlayed win, right? Who knows, right? I may have set a point and done it again. That's his potential was there, but boy, oh boy, what an ass kicking today was. What an absolute ass kicking. When you're going to play a hybrid and you're not leveraged properly on the don't, and the 7s are coming like that, the hybrid doesn't help you even a little bit. That's what we learned today, right? So let's come back over here. I do want to share some stuff with you, so give me a second to get my screen right. And we're going to come and look at this. Let me go over to here. DPC, hold on, DPC. Where's my screen for it? There, the breakdown. I think that's what I want to see. All right, let's go there. We'll turn the light off. I don't need that light anymore. Now, I want to show you a couple of things. Okay, this is, in talking about our SRR, SOR, all those things, let's look at where we actually are, okay? This is my practice session. So I'm working through the toss from stick right one, not left one, right, over the course of a few days here, right? So I have 185 rolls in, which is not a lot of rolls, okay? My SRR is 8. Not surprising with a tiny number of rolls. Small number of rolls you expect to be invariant. The closer I get to 720 rolls, that number will come down. But for right now, I'm an 8, above average. SRR or SOR, 9.2. Again, average is 8.5. I'm above average. BSR is exactly where it needs to be at 4. What does that tell you? If I'm way less 7s than I should be, and my rolls are way longer than they should be, but my BSR is only a 4, that's telling me I'm only throwing horn numbers, right? My box numbers to 7 ratio is small compared to what the roll lengths are becoming. And if you take a look at my actual stats, you'll see that bears out. All the 2s. Look at that. My 2s, I got 12 2s. I should have only had 5, right? Look at that, 3s, the 11s, and the 12s. All of my horn numbers are way out of proportion. Why? I stacked the 1s in that chopper toss, right? Not surprising to me that I'm seeing this weird aberration in here. I think it's very interesting, right? That's my practice stuff. If I change this to daily paycheck, which is what we're doing right now, what I just did, in that system, I've got 6,000 rolls in, okay? We're getting really close to, look at this statistical average, right? SRR, basically random, 596. SOR, basically random, 8.2 instead of 8.5. BSR, basically random, almost 4, right? Over the course of 6,000 rolls, you'll see that things start to coalesce around where they should be. The closer you get to infinity, the closer you get to expectations. That's the law of large numbers right in front of you, right? In these short runs, I'm invariant. In the long run, it all comes back home. Now, and these numbers here are me sometimes random rolling, sometimes settings, so it's really not me trying, right? I'll call that out here. But the longer we get, right, the more this is going to look perfect to us, right? That's what we expect. Now, hopefully the other one, when this thing gets to 1,000 or more rolls, these numbers, I hope to be able to keep them here, right? My goal is keep them out here. That's why we practice. So anyway, I wanted to show you that because it kind of ties into the talk from earlier. And we'll keep tracking both of these things as we go. So there is all of that, folks. I think I'm going to run back here, do a little Q&A with you. And let's see, do we have any questions? Let's see. I'm going to actually go here and do some PC searching and stuff. So let's do PCs. Let's see, we've already covered these. Let's see. I have done this, actually. I have a video out. Check my channel. I think the video is called Dice Control is Real, where I actually have chopper tossed them, and they've bounced and landed right on top of each other, and the one is like spinning on top of the other die. It's super cool. I've not done it in the casino, but I've done it here at home a couple of times. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see. Let's do a cue. Don't let today's results be indicative of whether or not you should try the chopper toss. It's a tough toss to do, for sure. That was a pretty good look at why it's tough, right? I'm so locked into the throw from here, and the grip and the release is 100% different from the grip and release over there. It's a complete backwards way of thinking. You can tell I am not in it all, right? And 5 straight PSOs, it was brutal. Just me kind of catching my groove, right? I got to figure the groove out again, but I got to keep working through it. So, all right, guys, I am out. I got to go. Y'all are awesome. As always, tomorrow we'll do a new Here's the Deal question. Tomorrow's Friday Follies. I may do roulette again. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may just do a field parlay. I have no idea what tomorrow's going to look like yet. I'll sleep on it, but tomorrow we're just going to have some fun and a little crazy in the morning. So with that said, happy Thursday. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for playing Crapsy, those of you who did. And for the rest of y'all, see you in the morning. Have a good one. Bye.